Welcome back. This is the fourth episode of the $200 to $100,000 challenge. The net worth of this challenge is $2,362.80. This episode should be pretty short, so let's go make some money. Put this couch in my storage unit. Now I'm on my way to pick up another couch that I have no clue where I'm gonna put. We'll figure it out later though. We ended up picking up in Ashley's Furniture, sectional, and you guys, I wish you guys would be able to smell how bad it smells. It smells like a mixture of dogs and hair, and not a good smell, but basically this is what it looks like, and then we'll show you guys once we're done cleaning it what it looks like. Though we did end up picking up this couch for free, we regretted it so many times that we picked it up. It took us around 7 hours to clean it. Yes, 7 hours. Along with that, we tried out a few different ways to get rid of the smell, and there was really only one spray that actually sorta helped. And I will have a link to it down in the description if anyone is interested. So we are currently cleaning that Ashley's Furniture sectional that we picked up that I told you guys was really filthy. Just take a look at the difference. So we already ran through like 3 or 4 times brushing through one of the parts of the sectional. Take a look at this. So this is the one that we actually just cleaned up. I mean, we're not fully done with it. As you guys can see, there's some dirt right there we'll clean up, but I mean the back cushions, as you guys can see right there, these cushions right here are already sort of cleaned up. I think we're gonna run through a few more times. We've already brushed it down like 5 or 6 times. We're probably gonna do it again, and this one right here is the one that we have not. So as you guys can see the resemblance, this right here is dirty, and then as you guys can see right here, this is already the, I'd say, practically cleaned up ones. I mean, we'll probably might run it a few more times, but as you guys can see already the resemblance. I mean, like I told you guys, this couch was filthy. I mean, some of these cushions we haven't cleaned yet. Like, take a look at this one, how filthy that is. I mean, this is already kind of cleaned up. I mean, I'm sure we'll clean it up a few more times. Looks like a bird just pooped. These right here are also sort of cleaned up. I mean, we'll probably, as you guys can see, that one we're gonna take off some of the lint that's coming off. It's gonna be a fun one to see a before and after. We're probably gonna show it to you guys, and I actually have something very interesting for this couch. Is we're actually going to be starting a YouTube channel for my wife, and she's actually going to be doing before and afters of the couches. We are already cleaning them, so why not just start a channel where you guys can see the before and after? I think it's going to be pretty cool, but I'll let you guys know what it is. Once we do open it, I'm going to put it in link in the description so you guys can go and check it out, subscribe if you would like. But I think this is going to be one of the first couches that we're going to post. Alright guys, so what we have here is a new vacuum that I decided to purchase because the other one just, I don't know, wasn't doing all that well, or I guess it was doing well, it was just not taking everything out how we wanted it to. So we're trying this one out. This is actually a really good reviewed vacuum on Amazon. Before we go into the next part of this series, I do want to say this is something that I've wanted to do for a very long time, but the correct opportunity just didn't come up yet. I made a very big purchase. Well, for me, it's a big purchase. And you guys, take a look at what I bought. Well, guys, I got some very exciting news. My dad and I just went and took a look at a box truck, and what do you guys think? Purchased a box truck. Oh, there's a whole backstory behind it, how I tried buying a box truck, I couldn't, I missed out on a few, but I finally found the one that checked off all my boxes, and I'm gonna let you guys know what those boxes are here shortly. But take a look at this box truck. My dad is actually driving it right now. It's actually right in front of me, so it's right there. Actually, I'm joking. That's not the box truck. That's just a regular semi. The box truck is actually right in front of me. It's actually right there. How do you like it? Good? Before I got this box truck, like I mentioned, there were actually a few box trucks that I did end up looking at and a few that I did actually miss out on. One that I looked at, it was really dirty and actually pretty rusted, and there was even some rat poop next to where the battery is supposed to be. Another box truck that I looked at, the box was just a little too small. And the third one that I was actually really interested in, it actually sold right before I left my house to go look at it. Honestly, I learned a lot from the first 3 box trucks that I was interested in, so when this one popped up, I didn't even hesitate and I immediately reached out to take a look at it. While looking at it, there were a few issues with the truck that we found, which were pretty minor. The truck needed an oil change badly because the oil was actually very black and thick. Also, the seat was ripped and some plastic pieces in the car were not very firm and they were flabbering back and forth. I mean, it is a 14-year-old truck after all, so it kind of made sense. But that really isn't even worth complaining about because this truck checked off all my boxes, literally all my boxes. The boxes that I checked off were, number 1, it was not too old, it was a 2007. The second box was I wanted it to be below 200,000 miles, and this one had 175,000 miles. The third one is I really wanted it to have a lift gate just in case if I had a heavy couch. The next thing is I wanted it to be a 16-foot box, which is exactly what this box truck had. And there are actually I have a whole bunch of planes always flying over my house because there's an airport that way and it's kind of hard to film outside. I always have like a few minutes to film before the next plane starts flying over. But basically, there's a few specific reasons of why I'm very excited with this purchase. And I'm sure you guys have already probably figured out why exactly I purchased the box truck. And the reason why is because I want to deliver couches with it. And you guys might be thinking, but why do you need a box truck? The couches are not that big. Well, there's actually a few reasons. So let's get back into the studio and find out. Alrighty. In this episode, we did not have a lot of profit flipping items, but I did want to update you guys on the big upgrade that we have for this channel, which is the box truck that I ended up purchasing. But I do want to give you guys an explanation of exactly why I decided to get a box truck. And I think a few of these are pretty obvious, but the biggest reason is the weather. We're currently coming up on the winter time, and you guys know what the weather is, especially where I am out here in Portland. It is always constantly raining. And so if I were to continue flipping couches, it would be pretty tough delivering couches with a pickup truck because the pickup truck is not covered, and so the couches would always get wet. That is really the biggest reason. Although this box truck is definitely less efficient when it comes to miles per gallon, the good thing about it is I could pick up probably like 4 to 5 couches at a time rather than going back and forth on my pickup truck and picking up 1 to 2 couches every single time. The other important factor of why I got a box truck is time. Time is really a big thing for me. I want to save as much time as I can, and having a box truck, I can definitely save a lot of time because if I were to pick up couches, I can pick up 4 or 5 at a time, meaning I can make myself a route, just go pick up one, pick up another, and then come back home with all of them. And same thing with deliveries. I can make sure all my deliveries are on the same date around the same time that I can go and deliver them. And the more time I save means the more time I can invest into possibly creating this video. And that's why picking up a box truck was definitely a no-brainer for me. Although I do want to say that I did pick up the box truck for $10,000, and yes, it's, you know, it could be pricey, but the other big thing with it is there's registration fees involved. You always have to constantly change the oil, brakes, and so there are definitely going to be a lot more costs with a box truck rather than maybe a pickup truck. But at the end of the day, it's still worth it. The two couches that we sold in this episode were actually both free. We ended up selling the greenish couch for $295, and then the Ashley's furniture, the one that smelled pretty badly, smelled like dogs, we ended up selling that one for $300. And for those of you guys wondering, we did end up writing in the description that it really smells like dogs, and we still had a lot of clients reach out, to actually our surprise. So the total cost of the two couches was obviously zero, and we ended up selling them for a combined $595 profit. So to put everything together, our inventory is currently still at $550. This is what my Dogecoin currently looks like. And then the cash value of this account is $2,231.93. So that brings the total net worth of this challenge to $2,965.75. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you guys haven't seen the last episode, I'm gonna have it right here. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and until next time,
До свидания.